Hey ghosties, what is up? Welcome back to Tales of Spooky Coffee House. If you're new here, welcome to our podcast. My name is Chelsea,
And I'm Veronica.
and we're your hosts, obviously. On today's episode, we've got a kind of special episode. We're going to be talking about our haunted location and serial killer of the week. And we're going to talk about our experience trying to record this episode. And then to finish things off, we'll do our tarot card reading. So, Veronica,
Yes.
are you still on your coffee ban?
Are you gonna ask me this every episode?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
We're on episode 5 now.
Yeah. And how many episodes have you asked me this?
4 out of 5.
Really? I thought I was drinking coffee the second episode. Wow, I'm gonna have to re-listen.
Pretty sure you weren't.
You should re-listen to it.
I listened to these episodes enough during editing.
That's true. But hey, you could always miss something. Unfortunately, I'm still not drinking coffee once again. What are you drinking, Chelsea? Please tell us.
I'm trying a new creamer. I've got just regular coffee, but
hmm
I'm trying a drumstick ice cream creamer.
Drumstick ice cream. What?
Yeah, you know those ice cream.
Yeah, I know what ice. Yeah, I know which ice cream you're talking about, but like as a creamer?
Yeah, they have a creamer.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, remember I told you my mother-in-law likes to try all these different creamers? This is one of the
I
ones that she has.
I'm just really used to seeing like vanilla, hazelnut, mocha. You know what I mean? Like I'm just used to the basic stuff. I've never. I mean, I guess I have seen like the Snickers flavored ones and the ones for the holidays, but
Way to call yourself basic.
I don't overdo it like you.
I don't overdo it.
You're
I
using drumstick ice cream creamer.
Yeah, I like to try new things, okay? I'm very experimental.
Alrighty, Roo Boo.
How you doing, Veronica?
I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to my week for whatever reason. Hopefully, I get to see Batman. I heard it's good, but I'm doing good. I'm
Well,
doing good.
when I
Um,
first saw that Robert Pattinson was going to play Batman,
mhm.
I was very pissed off
Why?
because I don't really like him as an actor. I had my phase where, oh my God, Twilight, it's the best movie ever. I'm over that shit. That was like the worst movies ever.
That was the worst impression of a white girl ever, and you're white.
I only look white, thank you very much.
That's true. That's true.
Anyway,
You're a mutt.
you're damn right. You should see some of my family photos.
Chelsea straight up looks adopted. Not even kidding.
My whole family looks like we're all adopted. What are you talking about?
That's true. That's true.
Your family get-togethers? Oh my gosh, people would be like, "How are you guys related?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm used to it, you know. I know your family already, but I could honestly bring like an outsider in, they would be very confused.
Yeah, if you hadn't grown up with me, you would be like, "Yeah, right. That's not your family."
Yeah, it's your neighbor, huh?
That's a family friend, right?
You can't
Anyway,
possibly be related.
anyways, so yeah, back to Robert Pattinson. I don't really like him as an actor. I was like, they're gonna ruin Batman because Batman is my all-time favorite. You know me, I prefer DC here.
Okay, but didn't Ben Affleck already ruin Batman a little bit, or is it just me?
Debatable.
All right.
But like, if Ben Affleck ruined Batman, then Robert Pattinson just like buried it like 100 feet underground.
Well, that's what you thought at first when you found out that he was going to be Batman. Because honestly, I agree. When I first found out that Robert Pattinson, Edward Cullen was going to be Batman, I just couldn't. I couldn't picture it. I was like, how is he going to like the voice? Like, I don't know. It wasn't
Exactly.
working. But now, after some time, after some trailers, like,
Yeah,
I'm like,
trailer sold me.
I was like, you're kind of hot. I never liked you before, but
I wouldn't
I
go
see
that far.
it
I wouldn't go that far.
that he's hot.
Yeah, I would not go that far.
I mean, he's cute.
I mean, okay.
Well, anyways, yeah, fuck my opinion. Do you want to talk about our new stuff that we have going on, Chelsea?
I mean, you don't want to keep talking about how you think Robert Pattinson, the glittery vampire, is cute.
I can talk about Pedro Pascal being cute all day, every day, not Robert Pattinson. If I'm down, you want to talk about Pedro? We'll talk about Pedro.
No, I'm so tired of hearing about Pedro. Anyway,
Our son heard you. Our son heard you.
your son, your
My
son.
son Grogu.
Yeah, at least I can say Grogu is cuter than his dad.
Um, no comment.
Not like, not like fuckable cute, just like,
No, oh
oh.
my God.
I just need to
Chelsea.
clarify. I needed to clarify that.
No, no one took it that way.
The way that you said, the way that you like responded to that, I was like, I just need to clarify this.
I said that because Grogu is very adorable and cute, but like, so is Pedro, and it's kind of hard for me to choose which one's cuter. So that's why I didn't answer or say anything.
Grogu,
Sure.
hands down. Anyways, I have been very busy. Busy bee, always the busy bee. We are working on uploading our podcast onto YouTube. That's going to be really fun. So, for anybody that you know that doesn't use Anchor or Spotify, we're going to be uploading to YouTube. We're going to be trying to upload to Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts. We'll see how that goes. But
Super
also,
excited.
yeah, super excited. So, we're starting, or not starting, we're creating a web page. It will have the links to all of the episodes. If you don't use Anchor at all or you don't know where to go, this webpage will get you to where you need to be. And there'll also be some funny little comments here and there from me and Veronica, because,
Because we're naturally funny.
funny looking maybe, but yeah.
How dare you say that about yourself?
I'm glad you took it how I meant it. So, Veronica, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Actually, it's kind of like a two-part question.
I'm nervous. Okay, go.
Okay, first, what do you think is the worst way to die?
Um, Worst way to die, I'm gonna have to go with being set on fire. Final answer.
Interesting.
That's just, ugh, I'm not gonna think about it. My brain literally refuses to think about it.
Okay, so do you believe in past lives?
I do. Yes, I do.
Do you believe you've had a past life?
Um, yeah, I feel like I do have a past life. I don't think I'm a rookie to this world. I haven't, you know how some people find a connection with them now and their past life?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really found that connection yet. Maybe slightly with Stephanie a while back ago during a tarot card reading. I do believe in past lives. I do believe I've had a past life. I don't know what my past life was about, but hopefully somewhere down the line I could find that connection, you know?
Yeah.
So that was your two-parter question.
Actually, my two-part question kind of turned into a four-part question. Um,
Jesus. Okay.
yeah, there was like a connection between all my questions. So you said that you haven't really found the connection between your past life, but
hmm
do you have like any feeling or inkling of how you died in your past life?
Um, no. I I'm thinking like I have images in my head right now and I could see land. Like I could see myself on a field and there's grass, somewhat kind of like Mexico, you know? Which wouldn't surprise me if my past life was in Mexico. And I'm thinking of like I'm just I don't know, different things are going through my mind of like different ways to die and I'm just not connecting with any of them, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like you'll know. Like you'll know.
Oh, I know.
You know how you died in your past life, or how I died in my past life?
How I died in my past life.
How did you die in your past life? And how we can we do that again in this one?
I really don't want to burn alive again.
Stop.
That's why I said it was interesting that that's your worst fear, like the worst way to die to you, because even when I was little, I always used to say like I burned to death once.
Stop. Ew. What the heck? If my daughter ever said that or my son ever said that, you best believe I'm pulling out the holy water and drenching them in it.
I've been drenched in holy water. It really doesn't do anything.
Mm. You sizzled when you stepped into the church a couple weeks ago. I saw it.
I didn't sizzle.
You did. You sizzled a little bit. I saw the smoke coming off of your shoulders and your head.
I think you're insane.
I think you're insane. And if you guys believe that she's right, you're wrong. If you believe I'm right, you're right. Because listen to the last 4 episodes, and that tells you everything right there.
You want to hear a funny story about that?
Go ahead.
So the church that we went to, did you notice that when they were, oh shit, what is it called? Did you realize that when they were doing the rosary on my grandpa that they had like a shit ton of smoke?
Oh, yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, I could really get away with smoking in this moment.
Okay. Oh my God. That is not where I was going with that. Anyways, so my cousins and I were talking because a bunch of my cousins stayed really late after the funeral and everything.
Hmm.
And we were talking about how I got really nervous for a minute because I thought the priest heard me say the word fuck. Do you remember that?
Yeah, you said it outside, right?
Yeah, yeah, I was talking to you and Stephanie, and we were talking about that with my cousins. One of my cousins turned to me and she goes, "Oh my God, is that why he used so much smoke?" Because I was sitting in the front, in the corner directly next to them. And I was like, "Do you really think?" I was like, "I didn't think he heard me. He didn't make any sign that he heard." And she was like, "Well, they have to be stony face."
I don't I don't think he heard you. I don't well, if
So
he
you don't
did, I
think
don't
he
think
kind
he
of
did that on
you know?
purpose. I don't think he did it on purpose. But yeah, the fact that you said fuck in front of a priest, I didn't even hear it. So I don't know if he heard it, and I was sober, I think.
I don't think you were.
I wasn't?
I don't think you were.
I think I was.
Oh wow, I'm so proud of you if you were.
I think I was sober for that and then was not sober for the rest of the day.
Gee, thanks. And for those of you listening, when we say sober, we do not mean under the influence of alcohol. We mean under the influence of marijuana.
Well, I was gonna say not under the influence of anything hardcore or super illegal because we're not those type. Well, I'm not that type of person. I don't know about Chelsea. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's not illegal in California.
So is your like 10 question thingy done? Can
Yeah,
I ask
I'm
you a
done now.
question for once?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a listener, one of our listeners, who wanted me to ask you this question.
Oh, jeez.
And yeah, so here we go. I have no clue what this means. I I'm excited. So Chelsea, this secret mystery listener for now wants you to talk about an incident that happened at Stephanie's house the night you did Andy Six makeup.
I know who the secret fucking listener is. You gave me no warning for that question. I really low key hate you right now.
That it's not on me, it's on her. Okay? And you know what? We did ask our listeners if they had any questions to ask us.
You're right. Um, yeah, so this was back in, it was either, I don't think it was middle school. I think it was after freshman year. It was like it was one of the summers that I went down to visit.
Mhm.
We were at Stephanie's house
Mhm.
with Tay Tay. I'm gonna call her out. I'm gonna call her out.
Remember
Uh,
what Tay Tay means.
yeah. Anyways, yeah, we were at Stephanie's house, the three of us, and that was when we were obsessed with Black Veil Brides, specifically Andy Burzak, who Andy Six, yeah, and we were doing Black Veil Brides makeup. For those of you that don't know what that is, you can look it up. There's a
I
thing
was
called.
like, I don't know what that is.
You should look it up. You're probably gonna laugh. I have pictures still, actually.
Oh,
Um,
I remember what you guys used to look like. I remember.
basically, it's emo makeup. Okay, guys. If I can find the pictures, I know I have them, but if I can find them, I'll post them. But yeah, so we were doing our makeup. We were just hanging out. We happened to look into the mirror, and behind us there was a fucking clown in the window.
Oh, I think I know this story. Yes.
Yeah, there was a clown in the window, and when I tell you that the three of us fucking screamed so loud because we just happened to see it at the same time, and we ran out of that room. We were hysterical, and Steph's mom, shout out to Steph's mom, who I absolutely adore.
I love
Um,
you.
she's laughing her ass off. And she's like, what's wrong? And we're like, there's a clown. There's a clown in the window. And so she goes in the bedroom with us, and Steph's stepdad is like, he's just losing his shit. He's laughing so hard. They put a picture of a clown in the corner of the window so that when we looked, we would see this clown. And it was awful because there's a lot of bad juju in Stephanie's old room at that house. And so the clown was just like the icing on the cake.
Oh, I love that. I wish I was there for that. I would have, oh my gosh.
You would have laughed your ass off too while we're like almost in tears, terrified to even go in the room.
And okay, so fun facts about me, back in the day, whenever I got scared, my instinct was just to start laughing.
Dude, same.
I had a I had a laughing problem back in the day. I don't
What
know
do you
what it
mean
was
back in the
about.
day?
Well, now I'm hilarious, so I have a reason to laugh, but I'm saying back in the day, like I would laugh when I was scared or nervous and it was just weird. But yeah, I would be dying.
You still do that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Well, you don't make me laugh.
I
You make
think
me
you laugh every
cry.
episode.
That's me crying, not laughing. Wow.
Okay, whatever. I have a question for you.
Okay.
If there was a zombie apocalypse, wow, I almost said,
Apocalypse.
yeah, if there was a zombie apocalypse, which one of your friends do you think would die first?
Oh, which one of my friends would die first? You know what? Can I do a coworker? I'm gonna do a
Me.
coworker
Okay.
because I'm thinking about my friends outside of work and I feel like they'll be okay. But if it's a coworker, I'm gonna go with I could easily just go with the younger ones. Either Nee or Quinn. They're out, they're gone. What about who do you think, like, which one of your friends would die first?
I'm not sure.
You know what? I'm gonna add Joanna in there too. Joanna would die first. She'll be apologizing to the zombie. I'm so sorry. So sorry you're a zombie. She's such a like sweetheart. Like she has a good heart. But anyways, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's gonna be the sweet ones that die first.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be like, I'm so sorry, I'm cutting your head off.
Oh, the image I have in my head of Joanna. I love it.
I'm not sure which one of my friends would die first because I feel like at this point, all of my friends are low key ready for a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, we were like almost born for this.
Yeah, well, and also like all of the zombie movies came out when we were in high school and stuff. So
Mm.
like we were like all prepared for it.
Yep. Walking Dead.
Yeah. I even wrote I only wrote like half of it. I started a novel, like a zombie apocalypse novel.
Is it? I was gonna ask like what genre. Like it does it involve more like action, more like I don't know. It's gonna be a weird question. It'll make more. It would make more sense if you were talking about a movie. Never
Oh
mind.
no,
Move
I
on.
get I get what you're saying. Like what's the primary genre basically?
Yes. So what's the primary genre of, or what was the primary genre of that novel?
I think it was just like I don't want to say it was like a thriller because it really wasn't. It was more like a survival,
Mm-hmm.
but there was like a lot of twists and turns and I did, a lot of TVs and stuff, they'll kind of like romanticize it almost.
Mm-hmm.
But The Walking Dead did really good about doing like realistic elements.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a lot of that in my novel. I did, you have the people that are just trying to survive. They have a community and they have their own compound, and then people are trying to take it over, but then you have the ones that just want to live wildly and they're bad people. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of is like The Walking Dead, but I didn't take any inspiration that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there was some like subconscious inspiration,
Yeah. Um.
but but yeah.
But if you had to name any one of your friends or family members to go first, you have to put a name out there. I put three names out there, okay?
Honestly, probably me.
You would die first.
Yeah, probably. Because my kids would probably like do something stupid and I'd have to like jump in to protect them, and I would die doing that. It'd probably be me.
Telling you, kids, don't do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, no, no, literally, it would probably be either me or John trying to save the fucking kids because they did something stupid they weren't supposed to do. Literally the story of my life.
I love that for you. I have a question for you.
Okay.
And I'm really excited because I know my answer, and I'm really excited to know what your answer is gonna be. But have you ever found a movie killer to be like sexy or like hot?
Um, yes.
Oh God, I'm scared. To build up.
I I feel like you're really calling me out on this one, aren't you?
I mean, listen, I had my embarrassing moment last episode with the Energizer Bunny dream, so
Yeah. Skeet Ulrich.
ooh. Yeah, he's sexy.
He's still fucking sexy.
Mm-hmm.
He is literally, I found out a couple weeks ago, or maybe like even last year, I found out that he's literally twice my age.
So is Pedro. We're literally like 20 years apart.
Yeah, me and Skeet are like 26 years apart.
You know what? Age is just a number.
Um, you're right. Age is just a number. When you're older, when you're older, because I'm pretty sure that when I was 14, that dating a 30-year-old would not be okay.
That's just a whole nother topic. But anyways, okay, yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. I like that one.
Yeah, yeah. I think it had to do with that scene. And if you watch the Scream movies, you know the scene.
Where he licks the blood. I've seen it on
Oh my
TikTok.
God, yes.
Yeah, you've talked about licking your own blood, so I figured that would be your favorite scene.
That wasn't even like the reason though. Like I just like blood for one. Like that's but no, like today I actually cut myself at work today.
Oh God.
And I'm in the middle of the plant. I didn't have any band-aids or tissue or anything, so I just sucked up the blood. I'd rather do that than fucking get it everywhere and have a health hazard. You
Yeah,
know how much paperwork that is?
a lot of paperwork.
A lot of paperwork. A lot of
That's
paperwork explaining how I'm a fucking dumbass. So, anyways, enough talking about my serial killer. Is there a serial killer that you find attractive?
I mean, okay, look, I need to learn my lesson on answering second because your answer is pretty legit. Like, my answer, well, I mean, okay. My answer would be Michael Myers.
What?
Because like the way he's built, like he's tall, he's strong. I don't know. There's just something about him. You feel
I
me?
Okay, when you come out to visit, I have to take you to Decatur, Indiana to go meet the Decatur Michael Myers.
The
Just so,
Decatur.
yeah, so there's this guy, him and his wife make like a bunch of TikTok videos. He literally dresses as Michael Myers
Oh, no
all year
way!
round.
He lives near you?
Yeah, he does.
I've seen those TikToks. It's so funny. His wife is like, "What the hell are you doing? You're gonna scare the kids."
My favorite is when he's on a roof and she's like, "The police called me. Get down."
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, yes. That would be great. So yeah, that's my answer.
So, do you just you just like his build and the mask. Like you don't care about what he looks like under the mask because he's been
Oh
played by.
no, no, no. No, no. I don't even want to know what he looks like under the mask.
Okay, because now all I can picture is you having like a mask fetish, and I can't get that out of my head. Get that out of my head.
Yeah, me being in love with the Mandalorian does not help the situation. All right. Let's shut up. You're the weird one, not me.
I mean, I have a knife fetish. You have a mask fetish.
No, I don't. It's not confirmed. It's a theory. Okay?
I mean, you didn't deny it until right then, so that was like,
You never asked.
you're right, I didn't. Anyways, do you want to get started on the haunted place of the week?
Yeah, so like Chelsea mentioned before, this is a special episode because the haunted location of the week is the Colorado Street Bridge, which is in Pasadena, California, also known as the Suicide Bridge. And we were there, what was it now, 2, 3 weeks ago? We had quite the experience. I love going here. I absolutely love going here. It's so beautiful given the history. And I've never had anything crazy happen until I went with Chelsea over here. So I'm really excited to talk about it. Once I'm done with this segment, we'll obviously talk about our experience there, maybe even during some of the facts that I'm gonna throw at you guys. But it's let me just get started. Okay. Designed and built in 1912, the Colorado Bridge cost a total of $191,000, which is equivalent to, are you ready for this number? Which kind of makes sense, honestly. $4,934,907 today.
Yeah.
How does $200,000 like how is it equivalent to about almost 5 million? Like, oh my God. Anyways, okay, sorry. My own
You
facts
can
are like blowing me away.
you can thank the government for that.
Thank you. Did you hear about the CIA?
God, what now?
They, oh my gosh, you're gonna be so shocked. They got caught spying on Americans.
Wow, imagine that.
Yeah,
I'm
imagine
surprised.
that.
I'm surprised it was the CIA and not the NSA.
I don't know who that is, and I'm embarrassed, but yeah, it was the CIA. So, the bridge connects Pasadena with Eagle Rock and Glendale to the west, and with Monrovia to the east. The Colorado Strait Bridge replaced the small Scoville Bridge located near the bottom of the Arroyo Seco. A little background on the Scoville Bridge. It was built by the Scoville family to provide irrigation for Orange Grove. Sorry, to provide irrigation for orange groves in San Rafael. The original dam and bridge were built between 1887 and 1903. And by the way, if you guys ever want to visit this location, some of the ruins from the original dam should still be there. And I mean, obviously the bridge isn't there anymore because it got replaced. The Colorado Street Bridge officially opens on December 13th, 1913. The bridge is about 1,400 feet long, 100 feet high, just to give you a little visual if you don't live in California or you're not near Pasadena. The Colorado Street Bridge became locally known as a suicide bridge after dozens of people leaped to their death. Even before this bridge was called the Suicide Bridge, there was a tragedy that occurred. Unfortunately, one of the construction workers fell to his death into wet cement, and that sucks. You know what I mean? That sucks. Oh, and I have a popular story that the locals know about. So pretty much there was this woman who took her child onto the bridge, and her goal was to end both of their lives. She threw the baby first over the bridge, and then she jumped and she died immediately after making impact. But, and this is kind of crazy, the baby survived. And the baby
Oh,
survives by landing on, I don't know how to say it, like just a bushy tree, you know?
yeah.
So the baby made it. The baby's alive. But that's a wild story.
When did that happen?
Oh, I don't have a year for you, but it wasn't that long ago, I think.
Yeah, I was just
It's just
curious, like how old the child would be now.
Well, he oh, yeah, because I've heard a couple of different stories. I heard that the child was a baby, like I don't know if it was 18 months or something, and then I hear that it was like an infant. So I don't know, there's different versions to the story, but either way, it's sad and it's tragic.
Yeah.
The balustrade was replaced by an 8-foot high barrier in effort to deter suicides, but unfortunately, the bridge still retains its nickname. People will find a way.
Yeah, if they're desperate enough, they'll find a way.
hmm In 2016, a 10-foot chain link fence was placed on the sidewalk inside the balustrade, blocking the seating alcove, which they say that that was the main thing that people used to step over the bridge. So since 2010, there have been about 30 deaths. So what, 22 years?
Mm-hmm.
30 deaths. That's
Wait, since 2010?
yeah,
That's
12
12
years.
years.
What did I say? 22? Oh my God.
Yeah. I was
I was
like, and I agreed with you.
It's because I was thinking 2022. My
Yeah,
bad.
I know. So was I.
I I am so sober right now. I'm gonna throw more numbers at you, okay?
Okay.
In 2017, 10 people jumped, 22 were talked down, and some of those 22 also managed to climb out onto the bridge. Or were standing near the bridge contemplating suicide. So that's the 22. So yeah, 10 people have taken their deaths since 2017. Obviously, I'm not good at math, so I'm not going to do the math for you. There have been about 150 total deaths confirmed at the Colorado Street Bridge.
Damn.
Now, before I move on, suicide is a touchy subject, but it's an important one. And I just want to say that if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health and are contemplating committing suicide, please reach out for help. Please lend them a hand, a shoulder to cry on. If they just want to vent, let them vent. If they want your 2 cents, then give them your 2 cents. You know what I mean? But I do have the suicide hotline number here, which is 1-800-273-8255. So I wanted to bring that up really quick for you guys. So, Chelsea, we recently were at the bridge, like we mentioned before, and I don't think I could wait till the next episode to ask you this because I've waited long enough, I feel. There was a moment where you and I were sitting at that picnic table right underneath, right next to the bridge. And one of the scariest moments that happened for you is you suddenly started freaking out, and I didn't know why. And you were covering your eyes, and I didn't know why. And when I asked you what happened, you're like, your eyes
Oh, your eyes. Yeah, dude, your fucking eyes.
like flashed.
Yeah, they
What's
flashed.
the word?
Oh my God. Yeah, they flashed.
But like, what do you like? Walk me through your experience, your perspective on what happened and what you saw. Like, I want to picture it.
okay, so like there was no lighting near us. We were pretty much like in the dark. Like there was nothing behind me that can reflect in your eyes. So that way like people have like an understanding. Neither of our phones were flashing like none of that. And we were I don't remember what we were talking about. But yeah, your eyes just like suddenly went from
Normal.
yeah, like normal because we were pretty much like in the dark. So your eyes like I could see the whites and I could see I couldn't see the color of your eyes or your pupils, so it was just basically like black.
Hmm.
But your eyes they went white, like completely 100% white for a good 5 to 7 seconds.
Now, I'm trying to remember from the show Supernatural if white eyes are a good thing or a bad thing.
We're talking about supernatural. I don't think that's a good thing.
And you got really scared though. Like all jokes aside, you really got freaked out. I've never ever in my life seen you that freaked out before.
Yeah, so it wasn't just your eyes, it was like your whole personality because you were in the middle of talking and then you just stopped and your eyes turned white. Your whole face just like contorted into somebody else and it freaked me the fuck out.
You were smoking the same stuff I was smoking, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't see your eyes go white. That's wild.
Yeah. I've never been like so terrified in my life because it wasn't even so much that it happened. It was just I don't know, like you're my best friend and that wasn't you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't,
And it
I don't,
just
I don't know what to tell you, dude.
yeah. It freaked me out enough where I was like, "Oh, hell to the no."
Yeah, no, bye.
Yeah, like right then and there I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go, dude."
Yeah, no, I sensed that. I was like, yeah, maybe we should hurry this up.
Yeah, and that was before the other thing that happened too.
Are you talking about the noises we heard to your left, my right?
No, I'm talking about the dowsing rods.
Oh, oh, I forgot about the dowsing rods. Like our most solid like piece of evidence are the dowsing rods. Wow, yeah, I've like I said, I've been to this bridge many times. I've actually taken my dowsing rods a few times with a couple different people, and I don't know, again, when I went with you, they were working. Like usually they don't really work that well, but they were working. Do you remember? I mean, we have the video. I don't really remember because I was not sober, but I don't remember what questions we were asking, but I remember they were, right away, yes or no. But do you remember any of the questions we asked?
Yeah, we were asking like if the person that was talking to us was one of the people that committed suicide there, and they answered yes. We had asked them if they regretted their choice, and the answer was yes. There was a couple other questions too. I don't remember exactly what else we asked, but I do know that the last question we asked was, "Do you want us to leave?" And they said yes, and we were like, "All right, we're gone."
Bye. Yeah, so I mean, we like I said, we have the video, and this is kind of like we're gonna tease you a little bit because it's gonna be in the next episode, episode 6, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna post some of those clips on our YouTube channel. So
And
make
TikTok.
sure to and oh yeah, and oh my God, we're content creators. Yeah, but that night was pretty wild. But yeah, that's gonna be my segment. Did you want to go into yours? Did you have any questions for me?
I don't have any questions for you, only because I think I asked you all the questions that I had when we recorded the segment originally.
Oh, I wouldn't even remember.
Yeah, I wouldn't remember either. I just remembered that I had them all written down and I was asking them.
Hmm.
And so yeah, we'll have to like post some clips of while we were there because like all the stuff that we had for each other was oh
You know what? At least we ended it with a really nice, fun photo shoot.
yeah, yeah. Fun
You,
fact, if you go look at our personal Instagrams and stuff, you'll find photos of us at the Colorado Bridge. You can also check out Veronica's photography page if you didn't know. She's a very good photographer. She
Good.
took some really, yeah, like amazing. She took some really badass photos, and she took some really badass photos at night, which is really hard to do when you don't have a professional camera. And she did amazing.
Oh my gosh, Chelsea, you shouldn't have. Ladies and gentlemen, on Instagram is at photography by underscore mata 94.
You're
Well,
so weird.
that was my TED Talk. On to yours.
Okay, so we were doing an episode on the Night Stalker, also known as Richard Ramirez, because he was active around LA, but I think it was either his mom or his grandma lived in Monrovia, which is the town that we grew up in.
Hmm.
And we've been to his house a couple of times. I don't
Hmm.
think we've ever been there together, though, have we?
I'm pretty sure we have. There's no way I didn't take you on that drive. I take everyone on that drive.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure whoever lives there now is like really fucking annoyed by all that.
Fun fact, I actually went on a date. I think this is our second date with somebody in my past. And of course, I made him, because he was driving, I made him take me on that drive. And we stopped right by his house because right where his old home used to be, there's a beautiful view of the city. And yes, but anyways, continue.
Yeah, so we make our significant others at the time and stuff take us to spooky places because why the fuck not?
We're normal.
We're totally normal.
Yeah.
Anyways, Richard Ramirez was active in California between 1984 and 1985. He killed approximately 16 victims. The actual count, though, has never been totaled. They did the people that they know for sure, and he was guilty enough that they had him in there for a lifetime.
Yeah, because 16 sounds like a small number for Richard Ramirez.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it really is. But he was charged with rape, robbery, and he also, I mean, this part isn't a charge, but he also mutilated his victims. He was born February 29th, 1960 in El Paso, Texas. Don't ask me why, I just pronounced it that way. Um, he was arrested August 25th, 1985, when he was 25 years old. He was sentenced to death on November 7th, 1989. Yes, over 4 years later. And then he died in prison June 7th, 2013, which is the year that we graduated. Yay!
Wow, that's actually wild. Isn't that, well, for me, I think it was like, I forgot what day we graduated on, but it had to have been on the same week.
Yeah, it was all the talk our senior year, like right when we
Hmm.
graduated.
Hmm.
Yeah, even all the way out here, people were talking about it. So I can't imagine what was happening in California when that happened.
Imagine, okay, isn't this crazy? Yeah, like we probably knew about it. And yes, there was social media when we were in high school, but we were still not too in the know about all this stuff. Imagine being adult and actually knowing the specifics and the just getting the information in more detail than we did as kids. Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I do. Well, and
Like,
like they had more knowledge. We just knew like, oh, he was a serial killer from
mm-hmm,
around the area, and
mm-hmm,
oh, he died in prison, and everybody that was around was just like they were more affected because most of the adults and stuff were, they were alive and experienced that nightmare during the years that he was active. My mom, she was 13, 14, 15, somewhere around there.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, her and my grandparent, like they all knew about it. They all felt that fear.
Yeah. The having to lock your doors at night, make sure your windows are locked at night.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
But so let's talk about some facts about his past,
Hmm.
or like his past before he became a serial killer. It's talked about widely that he was influenced in his murder spree by his cousin Miguel. His cousin was a Special Forces Vietnam War veteran who often boasted of killing and torturing his Vietnamese enemies, and he even showed Ramirez Polaroid pictures of his victims.
At what at what age?
Very young. And it was before he was 13 because when he was 13, he was actually present the night that his cousin Miguel shot and killed his wife. And when the police got there, they found Ramirez splattered in her blood.
What?
Yeah.
Did do we know if he did that to himself or if the cousin did it or if they were both?
No, so his cousin is the one that killed,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but no, he was just present, but he didn't like try to stop it or anything. So,
Oh, no, well, I thought you meant like they put the blood on themselves, but you mean like after, okay, I see
oh
what you're
no,
saying.
like he was like in the room and it splattered on him.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I was like, what?
Yeah. So yeah, he was accused as a juvenile of aiding in the death of his cousin's wife simply because of the fact that he didn't try to stop it. So he didn't
Hmm.
really like he didn't have any part in it, but they tried to get him for accomplice, but they just did it,
Yeah.
they ended up with aiding. So after that incident with his cousin and getting in trouble with the law, around the time that he killed his wife, he actually introduced Ramirez to drugs.
Hmm.
After this whole incident with his cousin's wife, his addiction to drugs led him to petty crimes to gain money to aid his addiction,
Hmm.
which eventually led him to being arrested for marijuana possession, cocaine, burglary, and eventually auto theft. After his history with all of that, eventually his crimes led him to the murders that he committed by terrorizing LA and the surrounding cities. He also developed an interest in Satanism. It's not widely known to the point where like it's I don't want to say advertised, but with him being a local serial killer to us and us like growing up knowing his name at least,
Hmm.
I never knew or I never paid attention to his interest in Satanism,
Hmm.
but I learned that he actually stalked the founder of the Church of Satan, Dr. Anton LaVey.
Really?
Yeah, he would show up at his house and claiming that all he wanted to do was shake his hand. He was kicked off the property several times before finally Dr. LaVey went to go see what his deal was, and he just wanted to shake his hand, and Dr. LaVey kicked him off the property and told him not to come back. Shortly after that, within like a couple of days, he was arrested for the murders. And Dr. LaVey's grandson is quoted as saying, talking about his granddad, he would usually add that Satanism doesn't condone murder of any kind. His granddad called Ramirez a kook. So even the Church of Satan's founder knew that Ramirez was not a good guy.
That, but uh
Yeah.
doesn't I'm confused.
About what part? About what part?
Like if you worship Satan, you're worshiping someone that likes to punish people for their crimes and likes when people commit crimes and commits fucking sins himself. So so why what did you think they would support him?
Support Ramirez?
Not well, not necessarily support, but not be against him at least, you know? I don't
You're very confusing. Have you ever actually looked into Satanism?
know.
Satanism is not a negative religion.
What is it?
Maybe we should talk about that in another podcast. But no, they don't, you know, a lot of people they have a bad rep because people like Ramirez, for one, they kill people, they do sacrifices, they do all kinds of stuff. But like I just mentioned, like Dr. LaVey's grandson even said that LaVey himself, the founder of the Church of Satan, would always tell them that Satanism doesn't condone murder of any kind. Satanism is not it's just because they use the word Satan, it has a bad rep to it.
So so they
Everybody thinks
don't
that
worship Satan?
I didn't say that, but I didn't say that Satan was a bad guy either.
Well,
I mean, you do realize that Satan, who is Lucifer
no,
Morningstar,
no,
favorite
I know.
was God's favorite angel.
I know. I watched Lucifer. I know.
Oh,
Um,
don't even get me started because that is not religiously correct.
obviously, it's Hollywood correct. Yeah, we should definitely do a segment on this because I see where you're coming from now.
And also,
But
so everybody knows, I am not. I am not a Satanist. I just know a lot about different religions.
let's do a rain check on this topic.
Okay. So, anyways, when Ramirez got caught, it was because he left his last victim, Inez Erickson, alive, and she was able to identify his, get this, orange station wagon,
Hmm,
which led to a witness being able to catch half the license plate. And eventually, the police found the stolen vehicle because it was stolen,
of
where
course.
they found a fingerprint belonging to Ramirez. Now, let's talk about that for just a minute, okay?
Okay.
If you're killing people, why in the hell would you use such an obviously standout car? He
That's what
used
I
an
thought.
he used an orange station wagon. That's as bad as, what is it, Ted Bundy, who used a yellow Volkswagen Bug? Like, come on. If you're trying to kill people, you need to make your getaway vehicle not so fucking obvious.
But I'm sure he looked good in it.
I'm sure he did. And that's another thing too. If you watch the documentaries and stuff,
Hmm.
all of these women are just like, "Oh my God, he's so cute." Bitch, that dude is ugly as fuck.
Yeah, I did not find him attractive at all. Even in American Horror Story 1984, I like no. I mean, no offense to the actor. I'm not saying he's ugly. I just don't find Richard Ramirez attractive.
Yeah. And like it was so funny because you know how your phones listen to you, so you start talking about something, it
Yeah,
shows
yeah,
up.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so when we first started trying to record this episode, I had a whole bunch of TikToks show up on my feed about how they were romanticizing and how hot he was. People nowadays. And I'm like, are you fucking blind? He's so ugly.
I mean, everyone has their taste.
Yeah, I know. And that's just like Bundy though too. Like everybody was like, yeah, he was so charismatic and so like so handsome. And I'm like, no, he wasn't.
Oh,
Anyways,
no, 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 wait.
okay,
Speaking
what?
of all this, it brings me back to a moment we had at the Suicide Bridge when we were talking about Richard Ramirez and we were going over his like information and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
Um, remember how I said, isn't it crazy how beautiful this place is, but it has such a tragic history?
Yeah.
What was it that we were saying that beauty like really hides like the truth, the ugly truth, you know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, what was the exact quote that I
We're
said?
so we're not,
Uh,
we're not gonna remember anything from that night. But
no, but you know what? We did record what we said.
so we'll find out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll find out. Well,
pretty much it was that it's such a beautiful like area. We go eat, we go whatever, you hang out, go on a date, go for a walk. There's a park, but there's such a dark, tragic history to that bridge. And same
mhm.
thing with these serial killers that you just mentioned. Like there's such a dark history behind them, and yet people only focus on what's on the outside because it's to them it's beauty, like.
I mean, we can debate that because beauty is definitely in the eye of the beholder.
I'm not saying that they were beautiful. I'm just trying to make my point, okay?
Yeah, yeah, no, I get it. But so we're going back to the beauty thing. Richard Ramirez gained a lot of fans despite being a fucking serial killer. He oh wait. Let me backtrack. Sorry. So they found a fingerprint in the vehicle that belonged to Ramirez. His mugshots were released in all media outlets as soon as they discovered that, and he was actually spotted by civilians trying to steal a car.
Hmm.
As soon as he was spotted, a mob attacked him, and police literally had to force the mob from killing him.
It's I've seen pictures after the mob beat his ass up, and they they fucked him up too. And if
Yeah.
If it's not too graphic for Instagram guidelines, I will try to post a picture of Richard right after that incident because I think there's a picture of him in the cop car
Um,
right after.
it should be okay.
Yeah,
Maybe not. I don't think maybe.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Um, but so yeah, so he was arrested, and while he was in jail, he got a lot of female fans to the point where he actually married a woman, Doreen Leoy. I'm not quite sure how you say her last name,
Hmm.
but they got married at California's San Quentin State Prison in 1996,
What the
which,
flip, dude? I didn't know this.
yeah, it was 96, 9 years after he was arrested. Shut up. And 7 years after he was sentenced to death. First of all, who he was on death row. Why would you let them get married?
I don't know.
I've never understood prison. You have inmates who are in there for crimes they committed, and yet you're gonna let them get married. Like,
That's wild. That inmates have the right to get married. Wow. Well, obviously they're inmates while in jail.
yeah, like I never understood that. And maybe it has something to do with like keeping them in like humanity or some stupid shit like that, whatever. But yeah, I just never understood that. So he got married in 1996 and she left Ramirez in 2009, 14 years, right? Hold on.
Uh,
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
oh
13
my God.
13 years after getting married, when DNA confirmed that Ramirez had indeed raped and murdered 9-year-old
Ugh,
Mi Lang. I'm definitely saying her name wrong, but she was murdered in 1984. So she left him as soon as like DNA proved that he was responsible for that. And
nine
it's
years old?
yeah, 9 years old. That was, I believe, his youngest victim.
Jeez.
But I never understood, like when I was looking that up, I didn't understand. Like she knew that he raped and murdered other women, but she was okay with the women. But
Hmm.
as soon as it was a child, she was like, "Oh hell no!" Like I don't understand. Like child, adult, he still did those crimes. Like why was it okay for an adult? Like
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, like a child, yes, is worse. But uh,
Nonetheless, he
you
still
know,
took a human being's life.
you well, not only that, but like, if he could do it to an adult, why would she think that he couldn't do it to a child? You
Yeah.
know? But anyways, she left him, but she was already disowned by her family.
Mm.
So yeah, between that and he was engaged to another woman. I did read that. He was engaged when he died in prison, but they never got married or anything.
I just, that's one of the reasons why I started studying psychology is because I really want to not be in their shoes, but like understand like what is going through their heads, why they got to where, like, just I want to know what went wrong. Obviously, for
Well,
Richard, it went wrong a long time ago because of his cousin.
well, speaking of, you wanted to talk about what went wrong. There was also reportedly an incident when he was 5 years old
Hmm.
where he sustained multiple head injuries after he was knocked unconscious by a swing. And it was then that he began experiencing epileptic fits. So, between that head injury, the experiences with his cousin, and his addiction to drugs, do you think it's possible that he wasn't born evil but was conditioned into that after experiencing head trauma?
I don't think I don't think the head trauma makes a difference because he would have still been introduced to all of that by his cousin, right? And after that he would have been introduced to drugs. So are people born evil? Are people born, already like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think people are born evil. I think your environment, your circumstances is what leads someone into living that type of life.
Yeah, because like for Ramirez, Who's to say that he would have been evil if his cousin hadn't told him all of his torture stories and, you know, like I said, his criminal past, his all of his petty crimes was to gain money for drugs. Who's to say that if he wasn't introduced to drugs that he wouldn't have escalated?
You see? Everything has its way of pushing someone toward the wrong direction or right direction. So I really don't think that the head trauma has anything to do with it. I think either way he would have been introduced to that life.
Well, do you
Um,
think that it's possible that it damaged his sense of right and wrong? Because there's an argument where it says you are not a condition of your past because when you're older, you're an adult, you make your own decisions. But if your ability to tell right from wrong is damaged, you're not going to make the same choices that somebody else would make.
yeah.
There's people like Eminem, for example. He grew up in a really bad area of Detroit. He was in poverty and he bettered himself and he's a fucking millionaire rapper now.
Yeah, but I'm sure he still made his mistakes and
Yeah, I'm
you
not
know,
saying he didn't make mistakes, but he's an example of your situation can't define who you
you're gonna
choose to
be.
become. Yeah,
I see your point.
that's all I got.
uh,
We're so dumb.
I know. Anyways, so I know we didn't talk too much about our experience at the Colorado Bridge, but honestly, we want to save as much as possible for episode 6 because episode 6 is going to be our first experience episode and we're super excited. We're not just going to talk about the Colorado Bridge. We're going to talk about all different kinds of experiences Chelsea and I have had in our past. Maybe not everything, but we're definitely going to talk about a few things.
Specifically, we're going to be talking about tarot cards, dowsing rods, Ouija boards, and a couple of little maybe ghost interactions.
Most definitely. So, Chelsea, who are we doing the tarot card reading for today?
This week's tarot card reading is for Andrea. Her first question is, will she find a soulmate in the next year or two? And we're going to pull a couple of different cards and do an interpretive reading for her.
And you said Andrea, right?
Yeah,
Okay, Andrea, no matter what the cards say, I'm manifesting for you.
she's going to love that. She'll appreciate you.
Heck yeah, bro.
So the first card is the Two of Skulls, is highlighting great changes in your life. But with great change means balancing situations with effectiveness, and that can be work and play, home, friends, and family. And since you're asking about a soulmate, that means that you have to especially do this with any potential relationships that come up. It also can indicate that you need to make changes on your views and explore the opposite ideas to bring more stability in your life. The second card for this question is the Six of Skulls. It represents a lot of self-awakening and overcoming crises and manifesting beauty. So this with the Two of Skulls means that you're going to be overcoming a lot. Like I said, a lot of great changes are coming. So you need to focus on those changes in order to balance and harmonize any potential relationships. And the last card is the Emperor. And it shows that at the end of this journey, you're going to have security and stability. So you're on top of everything and you're under control. It's going to be a lot of hard work and discipline, but you've gotten this far and you need to start taking charge of your own life and your rules and set your own rules and boundaries.
I am so excited for Andrea. Oh my gosh. See, I manifested. That's
Yes, you
awesome.
did.
Yeah, so expect change in your life, change that's going to benefit you to the point where when the time does come for that relationship, you're going to be really comfortable in your own life, which is important, I feel. I feel like if you're not happy in your own personal life, how are you going to be happy with someone else? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not really saying she's not happy right now, but you work on you, you do you, you accept those changes, you make those changes to benefit you, and then you'll girl, I'm so excited for you.
So your next question is, will you get a new job this year? The first card is Five of Coins, and this means material trouble loss, failure, and could possibly mean that you are going to either quit or lose a job that you're currently at. Or maybe it's going to mean that you're going to find a job that you really want and you're not going to get it, and that's going to be okay too.
I just want to say that, I don't know Andrea, I don't know like, how she sees things, but if there is a time where you want a certain job and you don't get it, I'm a huge believer that situations like that happen because it's trying to lead you to a better opportunity. So hopefully, that doesn't bring you down too much. Just know that there's probably a better opportunity coming for you that the universe is trying to like push you towards.
Exactly. And that goes a lot with the second card that was pulled, which is the Prince of Scepters.
Hmm.
And he's known for his burst of energy in life and enthusiasm. He's never afraid to experience new things or conquer greater adventure. And he represents desires of something that you want and wanting it immediately.
Oh my gosh, we don't even need these tarot cards. I got you. I literally just said that. I'm just kidding.
The last card is the Knight of Wands, and he represents that you are energetic, optimistic, and strong. You're supportive and lenient. You're a born leader. So make sure that you take the leadership role no matter what in order to move into any possible new jobs or new positions at your current job, whatever it is. Take it in stride, stay optimistic and strong, and you're going to get through
Heck yeah, Andrea. We're rooting for you.
it. Okay, the last question. Will you become economically stable?
I feel like I don't know why, but I have to say this. I feel like that question is gonna go back to one of the first cards you pulled talking about change,
Mm-hmm.
like making a change in her life. Whether I mean, I don't know whether it's a new job, whether it's taking up more hours, whatever it is. But I just feel some kind of like relation to that first card you pulled.
Well, let's find out. The next card that was pulled is the Queen of Scepters.
Okay.
Okay, so get this. The Queen of Scepters is self-confident and determined. She's also relaxed and self-assured. She is the feminine expression of fire. She has a
Wow.
tremendous belief in her own capabilities and powers. And like I said, with the leadership role, you need to believe in yourself. The next card is the Hierophant. And when he materializes, it means that you need to be on the lookout to learn or understand something. This is important as it can relate to any established principles or your own rules and beliefs. Trust your own interpretation, but look for a deeper pattern or a wider picture. And the last card is the Hangman. And the Hangman means that there's a lot of transition and change coming in your life. It could be the change of life forces, it could be abandonment, or it could be readjustment.
Taking that as she's gonna leave her job for anyone.
Possibly, it signifies that there's going to be a pause in your life, whether that's going to be a pause so you can reapproach your life in a new way, or you're going to approach a new position. But in order to become economically stable, it is being told that you need to take a moment, believe in yourself, but also look at new ways of going about things. And that's the tarot reading.
I love that.
So, Andrea, keep me updated with everything that's going on. We'll talk more about it, but you got this. And I've been telling you you've got this. So, when the
Yeah,
cards tell
and
you you
I'm
got
gonna
this,
tell you, you got this.
yeah, yeah. See, Veronica already knows. Once you're my friend, she's got you too.
Hell yeah. If anyone's ever trying to bring you down, you hit me up.
She'll fly her ass out here from California.
Fuck yeah.
All right, ghosties, that's all we got for you today. Don't forget to like and share, follow social medias, send us some questions. Veronica, you got anything else to add?
Yeah, I mean, just DM us, guys. We're not like creepy
We're
people.
not. Yeah, debatable.
Well, you. If you guys don't feel comfortable DMing Chelsea, you could DM me. No worries.
That's hurtful.
Um, what do you mean?
I'm so much nicer than you.
Sure. Anyways, all right, guys, we are your hosts. I am Veronica.
And I'm Chelsea. Have a spooky weekend.
Bye.
Bye.